Right, so guys, we're gonna watch this, and then we're gonna go to MSQ, okay? So this is Day9. This is Day9, who has been a long time like StarCraft player, and now does a lot of variety, but really long time StarCraft like player. I think he got really big into Hearthstone as well. And does a bunch of variety and stuff. Actually, wow, I'm not actually subscribed to him on YouTube. Wow, that's crazy. But we're gonna check this out. It's his my retail World of Warcraft experience. He played some classic WoW, and then he's just started playing some retail WoW as well. So I want to check, dude, I want to check what he has to say. Boop. I want to check what he has to say about WoW and his first time experience. I'm very, very curious. So we're gonna watch some of this.
Feel insane. Okay, half of you saying yes, half of you saying no. Perfect. This is the path from the tutorial. What? So I got to the end of the tutorial? So let me make sure I got this fucking straight, okay? I want to be really clear about what is happening in my mind's eye. All
this
right?
is already amazing.
Okay. I'm gonna try not to cry. I played World of Warcraft Classic last week. What happened then? I enter into a field in front of a building, and there's a dude saying, "Go kill boars." Sir, yes, sir. It's slow, it's bland.
Wolves, come on,
I see
bro.
a lot of places to go. I start completing some quests. There's a genteel pace. I open up more and more and more and more. This world shrouded by fog, and as I wander through it, more is revealed. My curiosity guides me. The high levels of enemies stop me. That interplay guides me for like 10 hours. And I'm like learning some magic. I'm getting some skills. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of slick, thick, solid, and
Yeah, cool.
And so I think, hey, I heard WoW retail.
This is why I love Day9, by the way. He's just so good at, like... He's so good... This is ironic because I'm struggling to describe how good he is at speaking. But he's, like, the vocabulary that he uses and his way of describing things is so good, where he's talking about how, like, he's walking through and, like, he's shrouded by... Like, this world is shrouded and, like, he's, like, slowly making his way through. It's just such a good description of the events that are happening. Yeah, it's really good.
Is a pretty cool way. And so I think, hey, I heard WoW retail is a pretty cool way to tap into WoW as a brand new gamer. Maybe you didn't enjoy...
No. No. WoW retail is not for a new gamer. WoW retail is not for a new WoW player. WoW retail is for somebody who's been playing the game for 20 years. That's what WoW retail is for. Classic is a game for new players.
Boy, the hardcore mechanics of 2004's WoW. Class, that's okay. Blizzard has a retail modern experience for you. So this Tuesday, like, let's see, like 4 hours ago, I said, I'm gonna open WoW retail, and I just hit play. It dumps me on an island where there's a bunch of people who are like, I have to save my son. The son's like, oh, you saved me, you have to kill harpies now. And I don't know, a gnome thing, a gadget man, taped me to like a helicopter to fly up and then like fly back down and like ride a huge boar. At some points, I learned some button pressing. Different abilities, it's telling me to drag things. I'm killing some dudes, I'm dragging loot over to my equipment. But for the most part, I would say in the tutorial island, 20 to 25% of it was me actually playing a game. 75% of it was dialogue and people that I guess I'm never gonna see again. Maybe some of them were at the gates, and I don't know, I'm gone. I got on a boat just now. Like, all these people trying to compel me to do things while it's just stapling information to my...
You think the tutorial's bad? I think the tutorial is really good at getting you up to speed as quickly as they possibly can without completely overwhelming you. But it's just so much. It's just so much. It's like, yo, here's your inventory, here's professions, here's your class, here's, like, questing, here's rares and other things you need to be looking out for. Here's, like, a story, kind of. Figure it out, bro.
People trying to compel me to do things while it's just stapling information to my forehead. Mm-hmm. And I'm just sitting here with so many staples.
Yeah, there's no The difference he said between like classic WoW is that classic WoW is like he's going on like a journey and it's his own curiosity that is compelling him to do that. Whereas in this retail experience, it's like you don't really know, like you're just sort of doing things. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the tutorial does do some things really well, but like the tutorial is like really good, but it just, for a new player experience, I think it still is like very overwhelming. I mean, Day9, he's like a very well-versed gamer, and he's talking about how he's got too many staples, you know?
Information to my forehead. And I'm just sitting here with so many staples and post-it notes on my face, and I'm like, God, why do I need to learn all of this? And it's just like, what? It said it pretty clearly. I mean, sure, I suppose, but that's not really my problem. The problem that I had with the tutorial is it was so much contextless information with such little gameplay. But that's okay. It's shoving information down my throat. I'm doing the UHF drinking from the fire hose, which, for any millennials watching, hopefully you get the reference. For any Zoomers watching, just trust me, it's gone forever. It then brings me to Stormwind. Great. This self-isolated tutorial island did have some merit in terms of showing me the basic flow of the game. It brings me to the whole world. I can now go anywhere I want to go. I go back to the original area and have a brief moment of, the familiarity, the pacing, the slow grind and growth of the game. But I say, no. I'm not done with the tutorial. I derailed myself. I have to go back. I go back to the city where I get into a car that drives me to a horse that I ride to an inn that I then go...
I get into a car that takes me to a horse. Is that what happened? What is he talking about? He gets into a car that takes him to a horse. Okay,
drives me to a horse that I ride to an inn that I then go from to a boat where all of a sudden I'm watching, like, I don't know, the characters from Frozen yelling at each other. And I'm on the ship. I'm not in any of the cutscenes. It's just...
He's talking about Jaina. She's a frost mage.
not about me anymore. I'm just on this fucking boat. And now I'm in a jail. And my jailmate is just like, beat the shit out of me. So I do. And now we're breaking people out of jail. And I'm still not fucking playing a game. I want to cast spells. I want to cast spells on things.
Oh, okay. This is why he wouldn't like Final Fantasy 14. Got it.
Where are my spells to cast? I'm like so confused, man. I like don't understand, because this is like the most played MMO of all time, and I'm like sitting here and everyone's like, oh yeah, this is a really weird expansion here, and I'm just I want to frost mage. I want to cast. I want things to be really, really, really cold around me as I freeze them and I cast things.
I want things to be really, really cold around me.
People keep saying to me, yeah, they really dumbed retail down. I'm actually just so fucking confused. I don't know. I literally feel like I've just been doing it wrong. That's what I feel like. It feels like one of those movies where, like, a high school student is in Italy and they somehow think she is the secret agent for the CIA, so she gets swept up into the mission. That's what I feel like. But the thing is, this isn't a fictional movie. This is my life.
Okay, god damn it. I gotta start watching more Day9 again, dude. I haven't watched... I've just been, you know, like I said, I don't really get to watch many, like, streamers and YouTube and stuff because I'm just, like... busy streaming myself. If I'm streaming 12 hours a day, kind of the last thing I want to do is go watch, you know, like finish streaming for 12 hours and then go watch another streamer for the rest of my day, because then I'm basically just on stream for my whole day. But oh my god, I gotta watch more Day9, dude. I've missed him so much. He's so good. He's so good. Oh, I gotta listen to that again.
Those movies where I've just been doing it wrong. That's what I feel like. It feels like one of those movies where, like, a high school student is in Italy and they somehow think she is the secret agent for the CIA, so she gets swept up into the mission. That's
I know exactly what he's talking about.
But the thing is, this isn't a fictional movie. This is my life, and I'm just still confused. So I guess I'm going to help Flynn Fairwind, who I hope isn't in here for, like, child murder. I hope isn't a bad person. The first introduction I had to Flynn was him asking me to punch him, and now I'm hoping that all these people that have broken out are killing what I assume are innocent guards. And now I'm just gonna go out. I mean, there's so much that I'm crossing my fingers about as I step into
So
what still may not wind up being a game. Okay? So let's find out if we can do a game.
Are you thirsty?
There's so much that I'm. Wait, hold on. I know it's about. This is back-to-back content, dude. There's so much that I'm still. What did you say?
So let's find out if we can do a game.
Are you
Oh, I
thirsty?
don't know, dude.
I'm thirsty.
Am I thirsty? I'm so fucking confused. You can invite another player to your group by right-clicking on their portrait. Okay, okay. Jesus, man, it's like, are you thirsty? Okay, like, close this. I feel it without additional context.
So you're saying I think he has the wrong expectation. How so? How so? I think it's okay. This is a very this is like a very good thing. Like, I guess a way of looking at things is, I think going into any MMO these days, if you go into an MMO that's been around for like 6 months, then just do whatever, bro. Just treat yourself, have fun. If you go into any MMO these days that is more than like a year old, like, bro, you need to buckle up, bucko. Because there's so much, like, you really need to approach it with the correct expectation. And that's why I say, when people are coming over and they're going, oh, I know you are big on, like, you know, big WoW player, Psy, and now you play an FF, like, what's going on? Like, what do you I'm thinking of playing it too. What do you think? And I'm like, oh, okay, well, if you're coming from no other MMO, then hey, yeah, just enjoy the journey. Are you coming from a story? You know, do you like a bunch of solo player story games? Oh, okay, then you might enjoy this just mainly for the story, and nothing else really needs to like work out for you. You just can focus on the story. Oh, you're coming from WoW? Oh, okay, this isn't WoW. You need to not think about this as WoW. And same thing when people on Final Fantasy are looking at WoW, and I'm like, okay, don't think of this game as Final Fantasy. But what's really interesting for me is that Day9 here is saying about how there's so, like, a lack of combat. And I actually didn't realize it was this way in the early stage of WoW. I thought WoW was, like, only combat. So I'm actually really, really intrigued to hear that this is the reality of, like, a new player coming in. Yeah. I wouldn't, yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't say that Final Fantasy has fairly frequent combat scenarios. I think they have them every once in a while, realistically. Yeah, good inspiration for your in-stream to watch an OG like him? Oh, absolutely. Starting WoW and Legion was pretty rough. I was told to use my free 100 boost, and then got into the game, and things were just happening with no content. Yeah, a lot of people try and tell their friends, like, oh, yo, just boost. Just boost up and we'll sort you out. And that you boost up and you have no goddamn clue what anything is. But the problem is, like, there's just so many just, like, outdated things. I'll be honest, I'd be lost with Final Fantasy as well. Final Fantasy is half the age of WoW. But if somebody just said, all right, man, you're on your own, go enjoy Final Fantasy, go figure it out, I'd be so completely lost. There's so much about the game that I've learned just because I stream it. And if I didn't stream it, I'd be lost, man.
This just looks insane. Why do you start BFA anyways? Real number, Jay. I'll be honest with you, that doesn't mean anything at all to me. I'm following instructions.
What is going on in there?
Yeah, what
Sounds like
is-
you started a riot.
What is going on? I mean, like, the escalation is incredible. Cool. It's like a cooking tutorial where episode 1 is assembling a sandwich using cheese and deli meat. And episode 2 is butcher a cow. Like, I don't know how, I have no idea why I'm here. Sorry, I didn't mean to punch the microphone. Should I keep doing this? Do I keep doing this? Yeah, draw the rest of the fucking MMO. Exactly, Burner Man. Oh my god. Okay. So Ghost says this is basically the end of the tutorial merging into battle for Azeroth. Oh, so that's what BFA means. Okay. Okay, so the name of the expansion is Battle for Azeroth. And that's what you mean when you say
So I think
BFA.
he's obviously coming into this with, like, absolutely zero knowledge of the game, really. Which I think is absolutely fascinating, that Day9 has been streaming and making YouTube content and playing video games for like 30 years. And I actually don't know how old he is, but he's been doing it for a long time. What does he usually play? So he used to be like the StarCraft guy, in my opinion. He was the StarCraft guy, and then he played Brood War and StarCraft 2. longtime caster for that and stuff. Then I think he sort of left Blizzard Games because of the whole stuff that was going on. And then he's come back into playing Blizzard games, but playing Hearthstone. And then I think he does a bunch of variety as well.
Hey, because when I saw BFA, my brain was trying to think of a noun that began with A, that was big fucking something. Like, that's what I assumed that you were saying. And then when all of you were saying battle for Azeroth, most of you weren't capitalizing like with proper nouns, so I just thought that you were colloquially being like, yeah, no, you did the tutorial, then it's time to battle for Azeroth. I was like, that's a weird way to say you go level. All right, maybe there's some cultural, mismatch happening where I don't get what the words you're saying are. Let's talk to Talia.
No, bro. Nah, bro, come on. Come on, Day9. Come on. Come on.
All right, come on, Talia. I know exactly where I'm going. There's a giant glowing hedron to go. Oh, fuck, this is not the right way. There's a giant glowing hedron that will at least show me my destination. How the fuck do I get over to you?
Do you go a little bit Irish there?
Dude, it's just so sick. I mean, the art is beautiful. Nauticon says the art department has hard carried Blizzard for a long while now, I feel. I actually think that's such an unfair statement, because that implies that it's not part of the experience. It's just this, like, extra thing. That's like, oh, when it comes to staying alive, calories are really doing a lot of heavy lifting. Like, yeah, of course. Like, this fucking, like, oh, you mean one of the most important and difficult parts of making a good game is the thing that has been causing them to succeed with respect to their peers that just across the board have worse art? Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, that's like Tiger Woods' golf swing has really been carrying his golf career. Like, I mean, yeah, I mean, like, I don't. What do you want me to do with that? Like, what
Miss
department's
Day9
like,
so
you know what?
much,
Tell
dude.
me the department that's bad. What's the department that's bad? Engineering, obviously not. It runs buttery smooth. Besides the 10 server kicks, that's right. Okay, you know what? You're right, Beefy TV. I got kicked a lot my first day of playing WoW. The tutorial department, great point. The tutorial department definitely is going to have some hands on the hips from me when I meet them. All right.
The market hosts travelers from all over
Oh, he's
Azeroth.
so good, man.
There are many taverns.
He's so good at conveying his frustration, but also just in a lighthearted way where you don't feel like...
But I have a rewards card.
Especially folks from the
It
east
tracks
and
my
west.
miles traveled and lets me get free complimentary breakfast at the inn.
Also,
Where
I
is
love
this-
that he's like getting abilities and stuff on his character and has had made zero attempt to like. There's no way that this is what his bars look like. You know what I mean? He's done no keybinds. He's got no bars set up. It's cute, dude. It's just cute, man. It's so fun looking at like new player experiences because you just like for me, I load into the game. It's like boom, 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 boom. Okay, I want this. I already know all the settings I want to adjust and where I want to place everything. It's like boom. Okay, now I can play, and then I know right. I'm gonna do this. Then I'm gonna do that. I go here. Gonna go there. Boom, done. It's so cute looking at a new player experience, man.
Where is this office? Is it behind here? Is it
This is a
through
confusing
here?
city. It
I
is
feel like
kind of.
such an idiot. I hate these little diamonds that show up on the screen. It's so fucking misleading. Dragon Banks, has he fought anything yet? Some BFAs on the way in, to be honest. Are you kidding me? It's down here?
What is he
Read the quest,
doing?
maybe it'll tell you where it is. I'm sorry, they've added all these great accessibility features. So I just keep rubbing my face against walls like I'm a cat leaving pheromones or some shit. I lost my mother when the scourge hit Lordaeron. The father sent me.
They've added all these
raised
great
me to
accessibility
walk.
features.
Oh, let's go. Wow, that was no wonder they were moved. You need to be close to interact with the target. I'm gonna go insane. There's a little circle, and the little circle's taunting me, just the way you taunt me. You're all little circles, aren't you? I swear to God, I'm gonna find this one on my own because I'm a gamer. I'm back fucking here fucking again. I don't believe it. Did I
No,
find
no.
it? Yeah! Woo! There it is.
Master's office is just through here.
Is it? Wow, you're saying that in the most shitty way. I know it was hard for me. Oh, look, it's like properly right here, as it's always been. Is this retail? No, actually, this is real life. What?
Stand down! Don't you know
No! I don't know who anyone is.
King Greymane, it is an honor. You are free to remain in the harbor on my authority.
What was any of this?
Talia, for family.
When am I gonna get to play a game?
For the Lord
Shake his hand.
And had her own
Hear
daughter
Cyrus's
cast
tale?
as a traitor.
Is this? Don't tell me this is fucking
What
Cyrus.
would you do? Why would you
Oh
do
my
this?
god.
No, there's Cyrus.
Humor an old knight for a moment, would you?
I don't know why I tried to
No.
tell him as if he could hear me. No.
You're killing me.
It was
You're killing
Second
me.
War, tough to keep them all straight.
Oh my god.
An Orcish juggernaut struck our transport.
This is
Splinters from
insane,
the
dude.
stubborn one refused to leave before the war was won.
Is WoW really that confusing for a new player?
Never saw.
All right, there we go. I figured out a way to solve that problem. I mean, when am I going to get to fight anything? I mean, my god, I went through a tutorial, ran through town to get to another set of cutscenes. I'm going to town. Let's see if it's...
But she is misguided.
What it is, okay, the problem with WoW's... Okay, guys. The game is 20 years old and has had 15 expansions. Like, it's a case of just... What he's done is... I think what they've done now is they've made it so that you go to the tutorial island and then you leave the tutorial island and you're forced to come to the BFA expansion, which is the third most recent expansion, soon to be the fourth most recent. No, it's not been 15. There's been like 10 expansions. So it's just, it's weird that they start your BFA. Well, it is and it isn't, because the problem is that the leveling experience is so quick these days. So if you go and start the way that you're supposed to in the game and you start at level 1 in the level 1 zones, like, you would go through each expansion in about 20 minutes. Because you level so quick these days. Because that's just the modern experience. And so you just can't really you can't really do that. So it's kind of confusing for people that don't know what's going, and like you have to go to this board and then you can pick which expansion you want to go to, but if you're a new player you're not going to know what any of them mean, and you're not going to know the sort of sequence of story, and like you're just not going to get a cohesive story in any way, because you're never going to really finish an expansion when you're leveling. Like, you're going to hop around. I mean, you could technically sit in one expansion and probably do like 50% of your leveling experience in one expansion, in one of 10, but it's just I think it is a hard task for Blizzard, because they don't technically really have like this, like, there is story in the game. There's absolutely story in the game, of course, but it's very fragmented and it's very sort of pocketed. Like, there's little pockets of story here and there, and then you can go a long stretch where there's not really any story beyond just like, yo, go kill these guys over there, because just like, I want you to go kill those guys over there, and you're like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go kill those guys over there, and that's sort of it. And then there'll be like these big moments where, like, for example, in this, where King Greymane comes in. Oh, okay, I know who King Greymane is because I played the game for 20 years. But if you're new, you're just gonna be like, I don't know who this guy is. Like, why is this a big deal? But back when they made BFA, they've assumed that you do know who he is because you've been playing the game and you know all the other characters. But then when you come in as a new player, it's like, okay, basically this is as if you did a tutorial in Final Fantasy and then they dropped you in Shadowbringers. And then they start being like, yo, it's this character and it's this character. Oh, yo, Alphinaud, what's going on, buddy? And you're like, who the hell is Alphinaud? You know, you're like, I don't know this guy. So this is Thancred. That's what it is. But like, to be fair to Blizzard, their MMO is 20 years old. Final Fantasy is 50% that age. So the fact that, like, you know, if I'm gonna do a direct comparison of Blizzard of like WoW to FF, then like WoW is just twice the age. Of course, it's gonna be more confusing. But also just in general, I think that yeah, I think just even if you've never played an MMO, I mean, like, Day9 obviously isn't coming over from FF or anything like that. He's just playing this as his first time MMO. Or well, I don't know if it's his first MMO, but it's first time playing WoW. And he's kind of going in with no expectations, I'm assuming. And yeah, it's confusing. It is confusing. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but they should, yeah, they should really put in just like, I don't know how you fix this. I genuinely don't know how you fix this, because whatever you do, it is a monumental task a monumental undertaking. And stop smiling at me like that, Day9. Stop smiling at me like that. Come on, stop it. But yeah, I think it's just a big undertaking. Yeah.
Visors have kept her.
All right, there we go. Like, I mean, this is... Let's just turn that back down for a moment. Wait. We're done? Can I play the game?
Finally, some action. Stay on course. Duty calls. Stay on course.
Dismissed. Honor guide you.
Speak with someone.
Remain vigilant.
And then I'm not reading any of it. I love to pay a monthly subscription to a real-time action MMO so I can read. Listen, I love reading, but when I want to read, I get a book and I read. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What you did for Classic? It's because it was the only way to play. It made me play. And I had to read so that way I could know where to go. I'm upset too, sweetheart. I'm so ready to play World of Warcraft.
Excellent.
I don't think reading here is really the big deal. People that are in this chat like, oh, well, you're not even reading the quest. Of course you're confused. It's like, nah, he's confused because they've got 20 years of content injected into this experience and he doesn't know it. That's why he's confused. It has nothing to do with him reading a quest or not. They could say character names, he could read them. Doesn't mean he knows what's going on, you know?
With stories. Kultiris is made up of several major houses. They were unified under Dalin Proudmoore's leadership, but that gradually changed after his defeat at
When do you play the game?
Lord Admiral Catherine Proudmoore now rules in his place,
Okay.
commanding both the military and the guard.
Got it.
How long did he play retail on his stream?
Oh, all the way to the north. Okay. This has to be the last one. This has to be the last one coming up. Okay.
We can do this. Farewell, friend. Finally, some action.
She keeps saying finally some action, which I know he's gonna flip out about soon.
When the fuck do I do something that isn't talking to people?
How is
Smoke
that
a
a
water
lead?
barrel shot.
Making new weapons all
Fire
the time.
Flint's pistol at the barrel.
Not like this.
I thought that this was a fantasy role-playing game.
Mind giving our skeptical
All right.
colleagues
Oh
a
shit.
That.
Who are you in the context of this game? I have no idea. Fire.
Why does he keep swimming
People
everywhere?
just keep trusting me with information and handing me guns
in a
to shoot at
harbor.
barrels. Like, it's crazy. Dude, these absolute Olympian rowers.
Yeah, they are pretty.
We are flying through the... I mean, this is dangerous to be nearby. I don't see speed limit signs, but we're definitely going past the speed limit. If someone steps in front of us, they're going to lose a limb. That is so fucking sweet. Oh my god, I'm doing content. 2.
It's time.
Hold on, I'm gonna go talk to this urchin worker. I find any retail? Fucking insane. It's one of those insane things I've ever seen. Insane, good or bad. I mean, just like insane in the sense of the word insane. It's just like, it's so unhinged. It's just, welcome to the game, do this, go here, turn this in, here's 50 spells. Now turn this guy into a sheep, now hit him. Hit him as hard as you can. I mean, and it's just throwing story at me and throwing lore and telling me to do stuff.
God damn. I have nothing to say. I'm genuinely just enjoying and watching just watching and enjoying.
Lost.
Did he not even click apply? Wait, hold on. Did he not click apply changes? He didn't click apply changes. I love that at least his editor knows what's going on.
What? Blizzard, barrier, lance, icicles. What in the fuck? It's right. Oh.
Okay.
I did it. All right. Okay, hold on. Everyone just calm
Yeah, I mean, like, the funny thing about this video is... what I like about this video is 50% of it is, like, incredibly valid criticism, and the other 50% is him just having completely no idea and being ignorant to the whole experience. Like, not reading any of the text, like, doesn't want to know, but then is also wondering why he's confused. And then he's, like, doesn't know how any of it works, but then is, like... you know, like angry. He's like, why doesn't it work? And it's like, because you gotta click the button there, bro. It's like, it's good. It's good. Really good. I like this.
Unbelievably tight. Incredibly sick. Yes! That is what I am talking about.
Think you'd like New
This
World?
combat
Probably.
really
Yeah,
fun.
maybe more so.
Holy 2! Fucking 2, you fucking guys.
Thing is like, he's... I promise you he's not going to get to max level and engage in the Mythic Plus and raid content, because, like, he's just not going to survive. Like, his experience so far, I mean, obviously he's streaming, maybe he's just, like, playing it up to stream, and maybe if he was off stream, he'd just be vibing and, like, chilling and just play through. But, he's not having a good time, so he's not going to make it to that stage. I don't know. And, like, honestly, when you get to the end game of WoW, it's like it's you know when you walk into you know when you start your new day, you know when you start a new job, and, like, it's your first day at a new job, and you walk into the office, and there's a guy who's just been there at the same desk for, like, 40 years, you know? Like, he's just been there for 40 years, man. He's done the same job, and you look at him, and you lock eyes, and you just know that you just want to run, but you can't, but you want to. That's kind of the World of Warcraft end game experience, is you're doing Mythic Plus, and everybody is sad. And they've been doing it for 10 years. Constant. They haven't skipped a season. Oh my god, dude, I think there's some WoW players who have not skipped a Mythic Plus season. That would worry me, actually. I've only barely just skipped a season. I want to point that out. I've only barely just skipped one season. Oh my god. I'm the guy that's been there for 40 years. It's me. I'm not the new guy. I'm the guy that's been there.
You bastards. Fuck you, too.
Okay, now he's having fun.
2.
He's dead.
2.
Oh, nice.
B eats. Look at all these people fucking watching me be bad. These are like the perverted cultists at the end of the movie Hereditary. They're just watching horrible things happen with their creepy grins and no clothes on. 1, 2, flick. 2.
I love that he has ice lance on his bar twice.
2.
And same
Dude,
with.
I can't believe I'm gonna complete a quest that actually involves gameplay. This is so sick. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit
Dude,
you.
if you've
Oh
never
my
watched
God.
Day9 before, he's so good.
All the innocence. This is what it feels like whenever I try to engage with someone on Twitter. Mr. Benisham says, this is amazing watching someone play WoW for the first time. It's weird. Yeah, because, like, my understanding of WoW players is that they're really upset all the time, and they just log in for 10 hours a day and are just fucking miserable. They clench their teeth, they have black tar for blood, and every single thing that Blizzard does is bad because it is for the casuals and not for them.
Let's get paid.
Yeah, I mean, both games are pretty fun now that I can play the game.
Oh wait, yeah, let me like it. There we go. You know what's crazy is, like, the thing I latch onto the most
because it is for the casuals and not for the miserable. Upset, it's weird. Try to engage with someone on Twitter. Mr. Benisham says, this is amazing watching someone play WoW for the first time. It's weird.
Like, this is what I'm trying to convey to people, and nobody wants to hear it.
Yeah, because, like, my understanding of WoW players is that they're really upset all the time, and they just log in for 10 hours a day and are just fucking miserable. They clench their teeth, they have black tar for blood, and every single thing that Blizzard does is bad because it is for the casuals and not for them.
Let's get paid.
That just, like, that's the whole thing, man. That's really the whole thing. It's like the big issue for me is, like, there's just a lot of people playing WoW right now who are just super unhappy, but they're just so used to logging in and playing for 10 hours a day. And, like, you try and talk to them and be like, hey man, maybe it could be more like this, maybe it could be more like that, and they're like, no, because that's different from what it is now. and I need to log in for 10 more hours to do more keys. You don't get it. Why don't you just reroll to a meta spec, bro? Why don't you just get good? And you're like, okay. Well, I need to listen to the new players coming in. I think not just the new players. Like, this is the thing, is like there's no one group of people that's like superior. Like it takes a group of people.